Hey, with a friend, we've come up with a new redstone design to sort your items. You're already familiar with this simple design that everyone uses. This design detects redstone signal strength of 3. And with this design, you have to use 41 of the item you want to sort, thus allowing you for less room before the hopper caps out, because it will reach 64 quicker. Whereas this design only detects a signal strength of 2. So you only have to use 18 of the item you want to sort. You'll see it stops at 18. So this allows you to have more room before the hopper will caps out at 64. And you can use less items, less resources overall, because this design also uses a bit less resources. You only have to use one repeater every 2 other row, every 2 row. It uses a slightly more room. It is a 5 by 5 contraption, whereas this one is a 4 by 5. Another flaw with this design is that you have to offset your next chests, like so. Whereas this one you can stack them directly on top of each other, but this improvement is really not negligible. You can have more return before it caps out. You have to use less items. In conclusion, this design allows you to use less resources, have a better buffer on your hopper that sorts the items out. It is also a tad bit faster every other row, because when every other row don't have this repeater. It also uses a bit less resources, because you have one less repeater every other row. The design is effectively a bit larger. It is 2 by 5 by 5, whereas this one you have to account the 2 in. So we'll say that this one is 2 by 5 by 4. And this one is also a bit more complicated to build, because you have to alternate between these two designs every row. Whereas this one you can just build the same thing again and again. Here you have to build the same thing again and again, but every 2 rows. The last flaw with this design is that you have to offset your row of chests 1 block away, whereas this one you can effectively stack them directly on top of each other. So yeah, even if it's not perfect, I think this design is a nice alternative to this one. It has also its own flaws, but it solves actually big flaws of this design.